people are sensitive about Game of Thrones spoilers, but I don't really blame them. You know? It's like how I felt about Independence Day 2 spoilers until I saw it.
God, that movie was awful.
I want to be categorical.
Holy shit, was that movie bad, Colin?
Let's be categorical about it. That was one of the worst movies I have ever seen.
Awful.
Just
awful.
Fucking terrible. By every metric.
Only one of 2 movies in my life I've ever turned to the person next to me, who was Nick Scarpino this time. I go, this movie's terrible. First time was Dark Knight Rises.
You're a fucking asshole.
Just letting you know. That's where it is. That's
just an absolute asshole.
Don't get me wrong now. To dial it back for a second, to keep it about Independence Day. Independence Day, a trillion times worse. I'm not saying these are in the same thing, the same league of badness.
Now, they're not, because The Dark Knight Rises is fucking awesome. You're a clown. It has like a 90 on fucking Rotten Tomatoes. This movie has like a worse... There's a
hey everybody, we shouldn't score games on a numerical scale. It's got a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Are you...
Mic drop.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted right now because I didn't know...
Is the sexual tension getting too much in here?
So...
I heard you had ramen 3 times last week.
Turned into a salt lick, like I said. Kevin can't be contained. And in this one, I was like, all right, maybe we're going to learn a bit about the aliens.
Yeah, the Queen's super huge.
Why is the Queen so big? And I'm spoiling Independence Day 2, and I want to be really clear about something real quick. I'm spoiling Independence Day 2, and I don't give a fuck. Because there's nothing in it to spoil. The story makes no sense. All these characters are introduced for no reason.
Colin, they're here for our molten hot core.
The snowball thing, like the aliens wanted it, that's why they were able to trap them. Smart.
Why do they want the planet's core?
Because that's what they use to fuel their ships and keep their ships.
It doesn't make sense. Why do they need Earth? We're not the only planet with a molten core. There are other planets in the system with molten cores.
It's a lot funner when they're fighting back.
They know that if we went and just started mining the other planets in the system, we'd come for them there. So they got to come wipe out the threat and then get to the other cores. Makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
I'm just happy I know finally why the aliens were here.
I mean, that was the weird thing, is because we did the first time around that they were here for resources.
Yeah, resources.
They were locusts. Yeah.
The reason that, see, in the original movie,
then he goes, nuke them, nuke the bastards.
The reason that it was so cool, I thought, in the original one, was that they sent their scouts here to figure it out. It seemed like, and they were biologically similar. They breathe oxygen, they drink water, they're carbon-based. And so it appeared that they wanted the planet to live on. That's why they weren't using nuclear weapons or anything like that. Like, it looks like they were trying to just eradicate humans so they can be here. Then you find out that in Central Africa, they were trying to make a drill hole. It's like, and it was being protected and no one saw it, no one figured. I'm like, what in God's name is going on in this movie? It was just so fucking bad. And maybe the movie actually should have started there in the prison, and they all suddenly like come to life and are freaking out.
Yeah.
And drag it out a little bit. Instead of introducing 17 tangential characters that have something to do with someone from the original movie, as if anyone gives a fuck.
I needed that whole subplot of Judd Hirsch on the bus with the kids.
What was that all about? That was a 25-minute thing.
He wanted to get to his David. This time they thought they had the Queen.
The big thing that got me the most was we reverse engineered the technology, right, from the original movie. And 20 years later, we have harnessed everything they knew. That probably took them thousands and thousands of years. Built all these beautiful cities with their technology, all of these planes and ships.
Rebuilt all our cities.
Went and made a moon base. Somehow found the money for all this. Meanwhile, what, a third of the population probably died the original Independence Day? There would probably be civil wars on the fucking planet, still to this day.
Everyone.
It united everybody.
It is insane. I digress. 0 out of 10.
How did you like Vivica A. Fox's exit in the movie? Boom!
When did she become a doctor?
Oh, and then we forgot the best part too of just the fucking the Liam Hemsworth part. Nice. When when they're on the ship and he pees, and then the other guy covers him and he just goes, nice! Cheesy ass grin. We were like, what the fuck? Can we have, here's my one thing about it. Can we go back to having a bunch of smaller ships? Because the one ship that just took up an entire ocean, kind of a waste of time, I felt like. They came in, they did it.
3,000 miles in diameter that ship was.
I know, and they're like, okay, cool, and they're like, it picks up all these planes and buildings, and then it drops them on London, and Goldblum's like, oh, they have a thing for landmarks. I was like, not really. Like, Independence Day 1 was so awesome because it was all the fucking cities getting blown off the face of the earth and getting to see that. And here we are, you just fucking park this thing in the ocean. which should have killed everybody on the coast, but they somehow survive. A lot of problems with Independent City Resurgence.
Oh, it is a problem. Okay, Kevin? It is a problem. I wasted my money going to that. Here's the interesting thing about it. Want some Knob Creek. Noticed in the collection, Knob Creek's gone. I have no idea what happened to the Knob Creek. Probably you drank it.
No.
So, because you drink all the bourbon, you want to replace it. But that's
for the record, when I drink his bourbon, I pour tea back in the bottle.
I knew something was off about some of those bourbons. Kotaku writes, this has been making the rounds. You probably saw it this weekend, Greg.
I did.
Jason Schreier writes, Sony locks guy's PSN account for using Jihad, his real name.
Give him his fucking name back. We have to take the feelings of everyone into account here. No, we don't. What about all the fucking terrible PSN names we read about fucking anal sex and cum guzzling? Like, I think Jihad is not...
Who doesn't love a good cum guzzling?
I'm just saying, though, if we're going to get out there, like, we are literally, when we do Worst PSN Name of the Week on PS I Love You XOXO, we are putting targets on these people and they get away scot-free. Jihad, we now know the real reasoning behind Jihad. We're going to be super fucking weird about it.
It's also unfortunate that they didn't give him much of a chance. I mean, he lost his trophies and all that kind of stuff, which sucks. Maybe he doesn't care, but I would care.
He cares. Everybody cares about trophies, period. Kevin, you care about trophies?
Not even a little bit.
Kevin, don't do that. Don't lie to the people.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, Greg. I respect you too much to do that.
Kevin, you're a snappy dresser and I like the way you look.
That said, I don't think you ban the name Jihad from being used. Because even if someone's using an offensive name, like, what does it really matter?
Yeah.
Just block them, move on.
Again, cum guzzlers and the such.
I don't find cum, and I'm gonna reiterate that I don't find cum guzzling at all
Some
offensive.
people do, though. You know that.
And
so, based on the PSN policy they're staying there, of like, whoa, we have to take the consideration of others into this. Clearly, all the cum guzzlers should be banned as well, but they're not.
Alex Osborne writes, Activision almost outbid Microsoft on Rare purchase as Xbox co-creator. Who knows what would have happened with Rare? End quote. My prediction, they probably wouldn't be making the games they've been making for the last fucking 12 or 13 years.
Sure.
Games
Instead,
no one wants to play.
Activision would be making them make different shitty games every 9 months.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bit rock and a hard place kind of situation for Rare.
They just gotta look at this, they throw it up like, God damn it.
We're not going to watch this in full, but I thought you should find this interesting. Over at
Do it
Unseen...
harder. Yeah, that's what I
Want me to give you an Indian burn?
No, we don't call it that.
Oh, I love it when you play rough.
Which one did we eliminate while I was going to put it in there?
No, I don't think we had to.
Or did we hit a
Right?
place
We
where
We
have
had
to
one
eliminate.
empty spot because
Oh,
you
nice.
flipping the bird was not acceptable.
Oh, great.
My Uber ride this morning cost
No, it's fine
$13.11
here.
in case you're curious. Let's see.
It's fine. Yep, that's totally cool.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I have no idea. Not even the slightest.
Throw7 gives tip. Said, gentlemen, as Vita Island's official arms dealer, I have enjoyed your business over the years, but the state of affairs has become dire. There's one of two. I am staging a coup and installing
Yeah,
Zyger
right.
as emperor. I wish you luck in your future endeavors on 3DS Peninsula. Oh, get out of here.
Zyger's
Your coup
a
is so
coward.
successful, we don't hear anything in the palace here. Everyone's fine. Lola's on vacation. That should go show you how fucking threatened we are.
Yeah, that we're not afraid at all.
I'd like to see you fucking try to get through Lola. Bentley454 gives tip. Said, Emperor, I must confess I've owned a Vita since February 2012, and I also bought another Vita recently. However, I have also played Blizzard games for 10 years. What is my social status on Vita Island? It's complicated.
You're a huge dork.
We definitely think you're a huge dork.
Yes.
But we can't deny, it's like birthright citizenship in the United States. If you're born here, you are an American citizen. If you
Sure.
have a Vita from 2012,
You're on the island.
that's as good as gold. Doesn't mean we want you there. But, you know, rules are rules, as they say. But I hope that you don't accidentally find yourself in the gulag. I hope you don't fuck up at all. I hope your family's safe, too. Cancer Cookie gave us a tip. What, was that too far?
Yeah, a little far.
A little far? Because it's a reference to the purges, the great purges,
Sure.
of course, in the Soviet Union. When even they went sometimes go after people's families.
That's how you keep people in line, Kev. You threaten their families. Again, Vita Island based on the island of North Korea.
Not an island, but it is
A lot of good ideas happening there. Not a lot, not like all, but a lot. We have a great rocket program we're working on. Colin's gonna get some bigger glasses.
I have to get ridiculous glasses that make it look like we haven't seen an optometrist since 1983. Which is basically the situation in North Korea, as we all know. It's like, what is going on over there? It's fucking weird.
It's like one time he saw a Cubs game and was like, man, Harry Carey's got the right idea. It's like, I'm only gonna wear those the rest of my life.
Mario Not Bros gives tip. Said, hey guys, hope you had a good weekend. To start the week on a good note, here's a video I find strange and hilarious. You're in a precarious situation here
You
because
could fuck up the entire week.
like the show is really good right now. Turkish reporter talking to a mushroom. Oh, I mean, I like the name.
Önce o toplantıya davet edilmiş ve der ki ne kadar manevi toplantıya katıldıysam Türkmen Yunus'un
This is pretty. That's pretty good.
That's a good
pretty
blooper.
good. Kevin, what were they saying?
Don't speak Turkish.
Oh.
So I have no idea.
That's gonna be on the Turkish version of Dick Clark's bloopers and practical jokes. They still do that show? Is Dick Clark is Ryan Seacrest taking over bloopers and practical jokes yet? Remember that show? And they actually did like actual practical jokes to each other on TV. TV used to be fun to make.
You don't speak Turkish? Huh. What?
Can I get a minority report on that, Kev?
What? I mean, I thought you were a linguist.
No,
He's
not.
a cunning linguist.
Eddie at GameSpot says Sega wants Sonic to become an entertainment icon.
Okay, well, you man, you missed that. You missed that by a couple decades. A good-looking guy. He's got some kind of thing going on in his head, like Handsome Jack. But a
I
good-looking guy.
guzzles come.
You guzzles?
Why not? Are you judging me? I didn't think so.
Kevin doesn't judge anybody. He's got cum and/or toothpaste on his pants, so it's whatever.
Did you see that there was a fan meetup at Ragtime this weekend?
I did not see that. Very nice. Very nice. Was it a lot of people?
I don't know. Even if it was like 5 or 6, that'll be fun.
Sure.
That place can't hold that much more than that. I hope if it was 20 people, that place.
Do we ever find out when it's closing? I know we have the contact. They are down for us to podcast there, but I need to know when it's closing.
Said greetings. These months exclusive Patreon episodes. What happened?
Gavin says they're not closing down.
Really?
Yeah.
You won him over.
Yay!
Now this is if we were in the new studio and Nick does what I want. Here's where I'd pull the string. We'd have the balloon drop. I want a balloon drop ready to go for Colin and Greg Live every day.
I can set that up.
Okay.
For sure.
Then I recorded one with Alexa that's all about Japanese role-playing games.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Can we get a minority report on that, by the way? Greg's flagrant use of Konnichiwa.
He's just greeting people. It's okay.
Okay. And
Sumimasen.
can we get a minority report on that?
He's just greeting people. It's okay.
You don't even know what that means, do you?
No.
Now,
What does it mean?
It's like how do you get attention of a waiter?
Really?
So it'd probably be like, sir, garçon. I don't know.
It's rude.
How's that
Unacceptable.
rude?
It's unacceptable.
that's rude.
That's what you say.
It's
What happens when he
unacceptable.
does? What's that song you like to hum sometimes for Kevin?
It's what it happens
Is
when
that
you,
okay?
That,
There's
well,
just
now,
alarms ringing. What's happening?
for the record, that's what happens when Kevin hits his horn.
So your horn in your car makes that's incredible. I believe it though.
Sumi-san means excuse me.
Sumimasen.
And our impression of it is the way Shuhei does it. Or at least that's what.
My impression is the way Destin does it.
Oh, really? No, it always goes that when we were there for Thanksgiving and it was me, Scott Lowe, Cindy, Warren Price, Panda, Christine, we were all very like timid. We'd be like, Sumi-san, nobody would help us. And we went to dinner with Shu one day and he's like, do you guys want more drinks? We're like, yeah. And he just goes, Sumi-san! And the guy that came right over like, fuck, we've been doing this wrong. We just didn't want to be asshole Americans, but that's what you do.
Some good meals with Shuhei in Japan.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Throw7 gave us another tip, birthday taxes. Thank you for being honest with us.
Happy
We don't have to send a little
birthday,
after you.
Throw7.
God forbid we have to send a little after you.
Sorry, we have to squash
collect.
you. We have to squash him trying to fucking do this rise up with Zygo.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Lola is going to come after you. I'm sorry. I have a fucking bold proclamation I want to make right now. And I don't know if that one's going to fly with you guys. Because I don't drive, so I can't do anything.
Here we
about
go.
Oh, geez, I'm excited.
it. We have a meeting this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Huh.
I like it.
I wouldn't be against this meeting idea.
Big ol' Buffalo Wild Wings?
I say we bring it up.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Okay.
Cut the feed.
And subs and shit. Bring it back at least. Are we really? I'm really ending. That's fine, but I gotta say the subs. That was a good ending though.
We have a few more tips. Throw7 not listening to anything.
Nope, he doesn't care.
Says, I'm not worried. Once I finish with the Ubisoft, I'll begin the hostile takeover of Vita Island. So wait, you're Vivendi?
Apparently, Yves Guillemot will band with us. To
I
stop
have ages
him.
on the inside, so this will go quick. Now we have to have a purge. Now we're gonna have a loyalty test on the Vita Island. This is starting to look strangely like the Soviet Union. Throw7 also says, no more tips. I'm escalating from a hostile takeover to hostile tipping. Well, that's fine. You're counterproductive. You're funding the island. I control everything here.
All the
watch
important
our
people
videos
are
on YouTube.
verified on Twitter.
Yay! Well, the important people were already verified on Twitter. But I'm glad that the people that had to beg and scream, we got verified on Twitter without even asking anyone. They had to be like, oh, can you, Twitter gaming, can you please, here's $1, can you please help us? Meanwhile, I'm at E3 fucking 4 years ago, and I'm getting an email being like, you're verified. I'm like, I have no idea how the hell that happened.
IGN. That's how it happened.
Nope, didn't.
No, it was actually me.
Was it?
Yeah, fan. We had a fan on the inside back in the day.
You carried him through that too?
I carry him through everything. How do you think I got these broad shoulders? You know what I'm saying?
Look at him.
Throw the pipe cleaner body over me, walk him on in.
It's like when I always like to tell that story about when Greg got cancer and I did all this work, and then it just never stopped. Like, I just continued to do all this work. Mm-hmm.
Power of lies.
You're saying he lied about having cancer?
Yeah.
I've never heard that. That's really...
You notice I didn't lose any weight.
That was very
Shave my
suspicious.
head.
That was very suspicious. I'm gonna give you that. I remember being like, "Oh, you're gonna." When you told me, I was like,
I got fatter.
"I'm like,
How does this
at least you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna look great." And then yeah, you just got fatter.
Really annoying.
I don't know.
How?
You're filthy.
I don't have ants at my house. Yeah.
I told you to clean off the sill and put a trap down. I also said when you started sitting there, don't put things on the sill. And
2
you,
or 3
you don't
weeks.
listen to me at
In
all.
2 or 3 weeks, we can clean it out.
I just put
Burn this whole room down.
I mean,
put
like,
that
if
link
you
in
put
the chat
that
on
thing
the
there,
side.
the ants would leave you alone, Kev. They'd be so focused on the food.
no, there'd be a swarm of them, like there is by the kitchen.
And they'd just be walking back, they walk out that window. Don't stop, stop leaving the window open all the time. I mean, that's the other problem.
That's not what causes ants.
I know, but I'm just saying maybe they
Open
do it.
windows have just nothing to do with ants.
Ants have what I like to call window sense. And they can tell when a window is open.
There's literally no window in the kitchen. There you go.
But I
There
mean,
you go.
some say the refrigerator is the window to the soul.
Nobody's ever said that. Not even
Somebody
once.
say that in the chat right now, and then somebody said it. I just said it, so I mean, that's kind of a thing, too.
Or that one place you took us to that one time.
Oh, the one place we went to the one time. Right. The Ant Factory.
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you want to go to the Sunset Brewing Company?
There you go.
Oh,
I see
that
what you're
place is
saying.
all right. I mean, that place isn't that like. That place is like very mediocre.
But in the land of...
Literally the best place in this area.
I was going to say, in the land of a bunch of...
What's better than that?
Underdogs is way better than that place.
Underdog's burrito place?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Different types of food, can't compare them.
You just did compare them. You just compared them.
I personally can.
We got to play by your rules here.
I personally can.
Well, I can't compare.
He's got a good point.
You
He can
can.
do it. Kevin can compare the two.
Why?
He's multicultural.
Because
Oh.
I'm really fat. You're just,
Oh.
look at you.
What about me? Say what you need to say about me.
You're all thin.
I'm really not.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
fucking pregnant. But,
No.
All right. We're almost there.
No, they're in no hurry. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller. Since we won't talk about it in the news, I went and saw Batman v Superman
Why would we talk
Ultimate
about that on the news?
Edition last night.
Why would we-
I said since it's not.
You actually said since we wouldn't talk about it on the news.
Yeah, because why would we talk about it on the news?
I
It's
don't know.
not news.
I thought maybe we.
I'm sorry, let's sit in silence. Let's sit in
I
silence.
thought maybe your ego was getting so inflated
Colin
that
has
you're
more
like, what did
news for you. Colin wants to spend the next 10 minutes talking about how much news there is. I apologize.
Oh,
I apologize, everybody. I didn't realize we were making award-winning television over here.
I wasn't either. I wasn't
Went
aware we were
saw-
making TV at all.
Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition last night. 30 more minutes of footage. I told Kevin in the car ride over, you can't improve on perfection, but somehow they found a way. Life found a way.
Are you really so
No.
far up your own ass with this movie now that you really believe that this movie is perfection?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. I just like fucking around. I'm very aware of how much people hate it. But the extended cut was fun. New stuff in there. Arkham Asylum
How many
talk.
times
That's
did you
great.
guys see it?
That was my 5th time in theaters.
That's insane,
I'm
dude.
probably
I'm
done.
sorry.
I'm
That's
probably
so
done.
sad.
I'm probably done watching Batman v Superman for conceivably forever.
I mean, I'm of two minds with this. On one hand, I really appreciate that you love. I wish I loved something as much as you love Batman versus Superman.
I really don't love the movie. It's got problems. I can admit it.
I
but
wouldn't
it's
see.
fun,
I
and
wouldn't
enjoy it.
see Interstellar or Empire Strikes Back 5 times. In the
Well,
movie
sure,
theater. And
because
are
those
like some of
movies
my
aren't as
favorite-
good as Batman v Superman.
You're going too far again.
Oh, I'm Darth Vader. I didn't realize he talked like that. I didn't really.
I cut off your hand, you cut off my hand. Toys!
Are we gonna talk about the depth of
The depth of field here, this is something he's very excited.
I don't like it.
I
It makes
like
it look like we're in front of a green screen.
That's the point.
I don't like that. Why wouldn't we want it? Why would we even have a set?
No, because that.
Let's just rip it all down. Get the shit out of my house.
That doesn't look like a green screen. That looks good.
No, it
Looks like the room's bigger.
Oh, everyone's surprised by how.
Kevin,
small
come
this
film my
room is.
dick with this depth of field later, so my dick looks bigger.
Yeah. We'll get.
There ain't no camera tricks. Camera adds 10 pounds to you, but not your dick.
No,
There's
doesn't work
nothing that
way?
can happen to make your dick any bigger. Nothing. No optical illusion is gonna make that little fucking party-sized hot dog thing.
I think they're called cocktail weenies.
But we got there in the end. Well, I'm well. Everyone's well. Everyone's good. Kevin, you're good.
Yeah.
You look like you just rolled out of bed. But so do I. So who am I to judge?
It's not even accurate. I've been up for hours. I had to take my little brother to the doctor today.
Is he okay?
Did you
Yeah,
did
he's
you brush your hair today?
He's got funny feet. No.
Oh, that's why he had the hat
I
on.
was wearing-
Wait, your little brother went to the doctor because he has funny feet?
Yeah. It's flat. He got flat feet.
Are they funny or are they flat?
I mean, they're funny.
Something's wrong with him. Is he gonna get prescription shoes?
He's got insoles. He had to replace them. That's what today was about.
You can just do that at Walmart, Dr. Scholl's, I'm gelling, all that stuff.
They're like fancier ones. They're like super hard plastic.
I like the idea of getting a prescription shoes, like where you go in and you give a prescription to the pharmacist and he just takes that like he's a bolt at a bowling alley. He just plops
These will
around
be fine for you. Not the right size. It doesn't matter. The prescription works.
Now's the time to go to the UK. Cheap.
Yeah?
Cheap.
But aren't they being all racist to people now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think they're all being racist.
Oh, some of them are. I read the Twitter.
We don't have to bring Kevin with us. Kevin, can I get a Minority Report on the UK right now, please?
Oh, it's not good.
Not good?
Not good.
Oh, okay.
Real quick, it scrolled by really fast, but I believe Tom Hawkins popped in and said, I can confirm I'm racist.
Oh, okay. Well,
There might have been a knot in there, but it scrolled so fast, Tom, I couldn't see it. So
that's too bad that Tom Hawkins is a racist.
maybe he might have said I'm not racist, but I'm pretty sure he said I am racist. Can I get a Tom Hawkins report on that? Kev, is Tom Hawkins racist to you? Unconfirmed?
I can't
Unknown?
unconfirmed.
Unknown.
I can't
We don't know.
verify.
We don't know.
I can't verify.
And the Twitch chat, man, there's just no way to go back and see it. Did he say he was racist or not racist? No
He
one's
might
sure.
have- Yeah, either way. We'll probably put him in the racist camp.
We're putting you in the racist camp just to
keep
be sure.
everyone safe.
Just to be sure.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Tom Hawkins didn't realize that about you.
Oh my god.
Now, here's my question about the ants.
They really are stepping up the offensive.
I know. That's why we need to get a trap in here. We need to just sacrifice the fucking thing,
No,
Kevin.
we can't.
You're
do that.
already covered in ants. Why do you care if there's more ants
okay,
around
but
you?
I'm not really covered in ants.
Is it possible?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
That he's made of ants? I thought about that too for a second. Yeah. Got those albino ants. But I guess the fire ants could hurt us. The picnic ants ain't starting shit. They're just gross and annoying.
Not gross. They're just doing their thing.
They gross me out. I mean, they're gross when they're on you. And now, granted, Kevin is, of course, covered in toothpaste and cum. So, I mean, like, the ants...
They want to eat it all.
Yeah. They don't care.
There's
Ants don't
protein in that
discriminate.
cum.
Yeah, ants,
protein in that
ants
cum
don't
shot.
discriminate 1 second.
Now, the ant trap, we use Cero traps. They're
Yeah.
fucking fantastic.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Will Smith.
Will Smith gave you that?
From Tested, not Will Smith from Men in Black.
I had no idea Will
Smith
Smith.
tested?
Yeah.
How do you know?
He's my friend.
I thought I
Yeah, show.
can't believe Will Smith gave
He always
you.
wants to come show us VR stuff, and we never do it.
What?
You don't like him. You're a racist.
I like him a lot.
Everybody tweet it to Will
Why are you
Smith
talking like that?
and tell him that at Kind of Funny Kevin
That's
likes
my
him.
shocked voice.
Oh, okay.
Because Greg
So
doesn't know
the Cero
YouTube
traps are
channels I like.
fantastic, and we have one in the kitchen going on about a 36-hour offensive against the ants. And every once in a while, I give them verbal encouragement. Yes, eat it. Yes, it's very good. It's
Take
very
it
good
back.
for you. Take it back. Give
Yummy,
it to your
yummy.
larvae, and your
Yeah.
queen is really hungry. Eventually, they're gonna be dead. Now, this is very similar to Independence Day 2. We always knew they were gonna come back in the back. We had them on the ropes. We totally demolished
We
them.
had like what? Like I want to say
We had 6 months of tranquility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of peace, because they were all dead.
And we knew they were gonna come back, and they're back. And so we have to fight them again. We don't give up.
We don't surrender.
We don't surrender.
We don't go
there
quietly
will
into
be
that
no
night.
peace. Do you understand that,
I
Kevin?
did grab one of the ants yesterday and wrap my finger on it and go, no peace. No peace. Can I say something real quick?
If you have to.
I like you. You've been on a roll lately.
Thanks.
You've been a good Colin lately. I
Thanks.
like this Colin. Don't
count
go
on
back
it-
to the
don't
old
count on it
Colin.
lasting.
Kevin, this has been good Colin, hasn't it? Kevin, I want you to help me reenact a scene from Batman v Superman, all right? Come over and touch him like we're at the Day of the Dead parade thing. And now you look at the camera. Now say "Ay, Dios míos," because somebody would have said that. Now look to the light pole there, Colin. Do 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 do. I love Batman v
I think I
Superman.
need a Minority Report on that. as you asked Kevin to participate in the Day of the Dead festivities, and he's not even Mexican.
Hey, no, but we're reenacting a scene.
We're reenacting a scene. He was also a Mexican man.
Oh,
He
okay.
just didn't make a big
So there
thing
is
out of
no.
it.
I think I was a Mexican woman.
I mean, that's up to you.
I like to think that I had gotten done making tortillas, and then I came to the festival.
Now I assume you make a good tortilla.
You know, Peruvian people don't eat tortillas.
Really?
Now there was a fucking swing of the Minority Report. Did Tom now?
Fire extinguisher.
From
Why
what
are you saying that like
From
that?
what I understand in the chat, Tom Hawkins has not refuted his racismness. Now, somebody did tweet a screenshot of Tom Hawkins saying, "I can confirm I'm not racist." However, this could have been doctored.
There's no way to. There's no way to check
this
for sure.
could have
that it's
been doctored.
photoshopped.
I'm looking at. I just don't like this background. It's just not working for me.
You know what I'm gonna have to tell you to just kind of accept it because it's already in place. There's no way to undo it at this point.
There's no way to undo it.
This is life now for you. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Tim, come here for a sec. Why did you come in here? You have a cool dolphin
there's
hat.
nothing
Why do you have a dolphin hat?
There's nothing
Don't
cool
click
about
off.
I wanted a hat.
It looks good. Do you like the depth of field?
Yes.
I like the depth of
background
field.
looks fake.
The vote carries.
It's
3-1. No reason to pull Nick Scarpino. And it doesn't look fake. It looks cool.
First of all,
step back in there and act like you're a statue. Further. Get further back. Press your body up against the wall.
You're acting like he's in a fucking warehouse. This room is like 10
look
feet
how
long.
Look how far back he looks. He's so.
I gotta
far
wait for the thing.
Wait, there's delays.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should start the show tomorrow, and he should have a lampshade on his head.
Oh shit! They won't even know.
Look, there it is. That looks awesome. Look how good that looks.
The question becomes this.
That's
Why
great.
have anything in the background other than a green screen? Just
'Cause
get rid
this
of all of this shit in my house.
gives
Please, throw it
awesome-
all out.
this gives
I can't take this
awesome-
goddamn. Thank you, Tim. I can't take this goddamn painting anymore. Looking at Greg's doofy face on it. Burn it. Burn it. I'd say it belongs in a museum, but we all know that's not true.
I think it belongs in a museum.
What
Look at
museum does it belong in? I want you to tell me what museum that belongs
The
in.
Memorial Shuhei Museum.
The Memorial Shuhei Museum.
Yeah,
Now
that's
she
been a
left
gift
some
to me.
interesting things behind
Yeah.
that I was surprised she left behind because that indicates to me that you own it.
Well,
Such
yeah.
as all 7 Harry Potter books.
They're in the
hardcover.
trash.
Oh,
They're
did-
fucking
Did you
out.
throw them out already?
No.
Oh, don't throw them out.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was gonna Goodwill them.
I
I'm not just
loved
gonna
the
throw 'em away.
idea of giving them to Tim's brother
That's exactly what I
and
was doing.
signing them as J.K. Rowling. And I loved the idea even more of signing them as Harry Potter.
Honestly, if we signed as J.K. Rowling, that would be going too far because he would lose his shit. You know that she doesn't do like signings all the time, or ever. She did her books,
Kind of like me.
and then she stopped doing signings. Yeah, but you know, Greg will forge that your
Yeah,
signature.
and then Greg starts forging all my signatures, which is
Yeah.
great. But this is what I was saying. This works out fantastically for the provenance of my signature in the future. When you're on Antiques Roadshow one day, they're gonna need
There's me a
proof.
Colin expert.
They're gonna need proof because they're gonna be like, well, Greg Miller. There's all these old Vine videos, whatever, archived somewhere on the old internet, of him forging these signatures, and you don't even forge it right.
I forged it fine.
No, you don't. You put a little like flourish on it that's not there, Kevin.
He does add a little bottom flourish, but I think I like that
Because it looks like I'm
that's-
trying.
Well, no,
It's not
but
like Colin
like
does it,
that's where
like,
I can be like, okay,
Thanks for your support.
Colin's
Thanks
just
for
the
letting me live
basic
this life.
CM.
But I'm a writer.
Yeah.
Amy Gills just showed up. Bad news, Amy Gills. Tom Hawkins a racist. It was confirmed today.
It's fucked up. Didn't know that about him.
No one's unconfirmed the report.
Going back to the stories, or
Yeah, let's go back to the stories before I just jump out of a fucking window.
We're on the
Alex
second floor, you'd be
Osborne
fine.
from IGN. What?
We're on the second floor. You'd be fine.
I know, that's the fucking
There's
worst
that
part.
one doesn't even go anywhere.
I know, I would just like break my wrist or something. Empire.
Oh, no.
Phil DeSemblin says exclusive. The Tetris
Oh, no.
movie will be the first part of a sci-fi
Oh, no.
trilogy. Says one of the new Empire's many scoops and exclusives includes a chat with the man who's bringing the unlikely sounding Tetris movie to the big screen, Larry Kasanoff. Yes, this film is real. Yes, it's the beginning of a possibly new franchise. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Block 6. What? Block 6?
It's like Brexit.
Oh, that's fucking terrible, dude.
Phil's trying, man. Phil's out there taking swings.
Not trying hard enough. Is this, as rumors have suggested, designed as the first in a trilogy or Stop! All right, I'm not reading this story anymore because there's 2 fucking puns within 2 sentences of each other.
Scroll down.
He
let
makes
me see it.
he makes a fucking Brexit joke, a terrible Brexit joke, and then trilogy or tetra. No more. We're not reading Empire ever again on this show.
Damn.
Can't. Delete your Twitter.
Well, there you go. Delete your Twitter.
Are you all right over there? You hanging in there?
The plastic is really confusing me.
I can't. Poptimus Rhyme. Poptimus Rhyme gave us a tip. I'm gonna give you a tech if you fucking keep it up.
What do you mean?
You're being mouthy today.
You're getting too comfortable.
He said something and I just...
I'm gonna have Nick cut your fucking pay 25% every time you talk now for going forward.
Nah.
I mean, that just means he talks 4 times and it's over. I don't understand.
No, it'll be 25% from the new song.
Okay. Okay, that makes a little more sense, I guess.
Soma.
Everybody, calm down. We're all getting ready to fight. Don't the real enemy.
That hurt, didn't it? That hurt
The
a little
real
bit.
enemy
No,
are
not
the
even a little
ants.
bit.
The real enemy are the ants. We can't let them
They're
tear us apart.
everywhere.
They're trying to tear us apart from the inside. We can't let them win.
Phase Cero Tom gave us a tip and said, I made a best of kind of funny Colin and Greg Live, I'm sorry, for last week. Shamelessly, could you please toss it in the chat so the best friends can enjoy and provide feedback to improve on? Sure.
Hopefully it's not something weird.
Hopefully, it's not something weird.
54 minutes.
Best of.
We could possibly have not said anything interesting for 54 minutes. 54 seconds, maybe. Tom Hawkins gave us a tip and said, this is why you're getting more ants. So I basically just tipped 400 pounds. P.S. You've ruined my reputation, but I still love you.
Oh, we didn't ruin anything. Everybody, don't worry.
Shouldn't have been a racist.
Tom Hawkins isn't racist.
Bastermator? Gave us a tip and said, hey guys, just tuned in. What's with the green screen background? Did Kind of Funny move into the new office? Want to keep the old aesthetic? Looks real bad. Maybe try something new. You guys look great. I agree. Background looks like shit. But it seems like I'm in the minority on this.
You got voted down.
Now, can I say I'm in the minority on this? Can I get a minority report?
Can we get a minority report
Yeah,
on
no,
that?
you are legally in the minority.
Nick, what do you think of the depth of field?
Nick,
It looks fucking hot.
looks great.
Looks like a green
It
screen.
looks hot.
But Colin doesn't like anything.
But he
That's not
doesn't
true. I like a lot of
understand it.
things. I like a lot of things.
He doesn't understand.
What do
how
I not
beautiful
understand?
it is. Look how beautiful it is.
It doesn't look beautiful. It looks
You just
fake.
don't understand.
What do I not understand? I have an opinion.
Yeah, it's wrong though.
And other people share this opinion. It's not to say
Well,
everyone's
Two
going to share
guys
this
do. And
opinion.
again, everybody always wants to suck your fucking cock every time you have any opinion.
It's nice, isn't it? Well, you guys have that kind of power, but you don't. Ryan Santilli gave us a tip and said, Colin, I miss all the technical files you used to serve out on a daily basis. Sad to learn my good friend Tom is now openly racist. Technicals are saved for special occasions. I almost gave
You
one
almost
out.
gave him one today.
Instead, I just cut his pay 25%. Why are you so mad that people like my opinions so much?
I'm not. It's always that one thing where you'll have an opinion, and then literally there'll be 2 comments saying I agree with Colin, and you'll be like,
But I'm in the minority.
comments are smoking. There's a lot of stuff going on
I
here.
didn't say that. I saw it. I said some people share my opinion. Is exactly what I said.
I know, but you'll get a 3rd one, and then it's going to be, I don't know, guys. A lot of people are with me on this one.
A lot of people.
And then it's all you're doing is doing it. You're just out here fucking spooning out the lies, and everybody's eating them up.
I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, I wield incredible fucking power. You know?
I know you do. You use it for evil all the
Incredible
time.
power. More power than anyone in this company in terms of just sheer fucking gusto. You know what I mean?
Yo, you got
I make
gusto.
this-
You have gusto like nobody's
Woo!
business. When I look at Colin Moriarty and I think gusto, ambition, execution, getting shit done out there. That's all what I think right
I
there.
do have actually all those things. I have incredible ambition.
Yeah.
That's what got me this far.
It just seems like it just boils down to you laying in bed though, playing PlayStation 4, screaming at the TV.
Yeah. It's kind of whittled away up the chimney a little bit, hasn't it? Getting a little too comfortable in there. Genius Envy gave us a tip and said, Dear Colin, Commander-in-Chief of the Vita's People's Army, is there any truth to the rumors of Sony referendum to stop residents of PSP Go from migrating to our glorious Vita Island?
PSP Go members are they're our brothers.
Similar to the Syrian refugee problem, we can only accept so many before our ability to take care of
Sure.
these people is crushed under their own weight.
But I
so
feel like we've had these PSP Go folks with us a while. I don't think they're like all of a sudden realizing that their platform is dead and they need to come over here.
Tack Track gave us a tip.
Hey, Tech Track, what up?
Says, I sense the tension in the room. The crisp sound of Greg fiddling with that plastic as Colin yanked it out of his hand like a rabid dog is the definition of garbage truck on fire. I love you all. Yeah. If you did, I was gonna kill someone if you kept putting that. It was like ridiculous, and you knew you were doing it, so that was made it even worse. All right, 4 Carrots gave us a tip. Said, had an awesome time at Kind of Funny Live 2. Thanks, Greg, for throwing a piece of cardboard at my face as hard as he could, and thanks to all for dealing with me talking way too much when I met you guys at the signing. You're very welcome. You got it easy compared to the girl at Podcast Beyond in New York Comic Con in 2011 who got
Chris
fucking
Carl domed with
domed with a Blu-ray fucking I'll never lose that image in my mind as long as I fucking live.
Boom, 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 right around the two
Hearing
guys
it.
blocking her, clank. Right
And then
on
we
the
were
face.
like, making fun of her. And she's like, I'm still here. Katanis gave us a tip. Said I agree with Colin. The background looks weird because of the depth of field. The thing poking out of the bottom drawer looks like a penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally,
if we go to New York Comic Con, you're not going to New York Comic Con?
I might go to New York Comic Con.
Okay. You kind of have to, right? Because we want to go to Ragtime and do stuff.
You can go to Ragtime without me. That'll be totally fun. You can go see my dad.
Okay. Yeah, I would totally do that. Two GJMs coming together to eat at Ragtime, talk about their fucking failure known as Colin Moriarty.
Let's go into Subway one. You want to see you think you're disappointed in me. Well, you can talk to Jerry Moriarty and see the
There you
fucking
go.
true look of disappointment. Before we begin, yesterday one of the things we talked about was how much power I wield. And what I wanted to do is explain to you where the power comes from and how you might be able to also harness the power.
Of lies?
No, there's the power.
It's the power of love.
Colin's power. The power that he wields. And I'm talking about me.
Right, put in parentheses me.
It comes from a few different places.
Sure.
Number one, it comes from having discerning taste. Okay?
Yeah.
When you say something's good enough over and over again, Kevin, and you're right over and over and over and over again, people start to really trust you. And so part of Colin's power comes from his discerning taste. Okay?
Little deviance.
The second thing that it comes from is
Isn't that free on PlayStation Plus? Should we all go get it?
No, it's terrible. You don't want to do that. Do me a favor. Bring up the IGN article. The PlayStation Vita is destined to succeed.
Is that real?
devilish handsomeness.
Huh.
Is the second thing, okay? Now, when someone is right over and over and over and over again about
Sure.
everything that happens, and he also delivers it with this face, you begin.
Do it again. I like that you have like Triple H forehead going on. I love it.
You begin to connect the two. Like this. I'm going to put arrows here going both ways. So it signifies that. And you realize that they're one and the same, that the discerning taste and the devilish handsomeness, well, they both work together to contribute to Colin's
Do you
power.
worry about, though, this going the opposite way, where people start to, you're saying this goes back and forth, that people just start to believe that anybody who's devilishly handsome, like your Nick Scarpino, has discerning taste then, and they believe they can be trusted.
No. Because
I feel like you're saying they're associated. You're saying they're
they
associated.
are associated, but only after they're connected down here. You see, they derive from the box that says Colin's power.
Sure.
But then once they connect here, there's no Venn diagram, as you see. They touch.
Yeah.
Just ever so slightly. In fact, if you zoomed in on this, you'd be able to fit through it.
Give me that for a second. Because then, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, all right?
Okay.
And then right here, you have the New Yorkness, right?
Right.
And I feel like people think about
Well,
that.
let me write that for you.
But then they have one of these here,
Okay.
hanging like this. And so like, then
but-
people start to think about the event horizon.
Right.
No light can escape it. This is the real event horizon. This is what you're always talking about.
So this is what you're talking about here.
yeah,
Is this.
right. The New York part of
Right.
it, really bringing it all together.
Right. Okay.
And like that's the thing. Like we've talked about the event horizon before, and we always thought it was very literal, but maybe it's been more figurative, where nothing can escape this.
Okay. This is good. I like what you did here. That's very clever.
Thank you.
The third thing that I derive my power from is benevolence. You see, this is a really important one because I care. I care.
About what?
Well, about everything.
Huh.
So when you combine the discerning taste,
Sure.
the devilish handsomeness, the New
York.
York, and technically we're going to go, Long Island.
Sure.
We're a proud people. Okay? I don't know if you noticed that yet. What we talk about on my conversation with my mom, by the way.
I would again though. I'd do it more like this. You got
Right, okay.
Long Island here,
Right.
in like a teardrop, with like little.
It's
Coming. This
coming around
This
it?
is of course your ragtime pizza. This is the Islanders.
So I have some benevolence up here because I care about
Some.
it. I care about the people. I'm gonna put I'll put
Some of you.
I'm gonna put some in parentheses. Some benevolence.
He cares about all of them.
And again, notice that these touch, but they don't overlap. Okay?
Sure.
So you could be benevolent. George Washington was benevolent. But did he have discerning taste?
I don't think there was, I mean, how could he? There's not that much going on back then.
Right.
Do you like candles? Do you like cotton? We've talked about pretty much everything we have right now.
That's true. Now, something that comes off of this, of discerning taste, is lies.
The lies are connected to this.
And now this is when we get into the nitty gritty of it.
Sure.
If I tell you something enough,
Right.
man, little deviance is gonna be great.
Yeah.
You start to believe it, don't you?
Sure. Yeah.
But here's the thing
Because
about,
of the discerning taste and the handsomeness.
but here's the thing about the lies.
Sure.
Not intentional. Okay?
Yeah. But what about when you do intentionally lie?
Can you give me an example?
My ego. What are some of the things he lied about yesterday?
Him creating RTX.
Him creating RTX.
E3.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You're planning Comic-Con, you're planning New York Comic-Con.
Right.
That was yesterday.
So what are the lies exactly?
Those things, the statements I just made, the examples I just gave you.
So there's claims that I'm lying, but the
Yeah.
reason I wanted to bring this up was because it's not true. It's not intentional. Because what we have
Ignored the question.
what we have here
Yeah.
are situations where you don't understand. Yes, I am planning E3. Yes, I am planning RTX. Yes, I am planning San Diego Comic-Con. Yes, I am planning PAX. What do they call it now? I was gonna say
West.
I'm gonna call it PAX Prime too.
We shouldn't give up on that. I don't like giving up on that.
Now the benevolence is important because it offsets something that is true, and it's Greg's ego. Okay? Now, Greg's ego is so enormous that you must have some sort of benevolent force to counteract it. Because Greg will win any award he can with the use of hashtags, and he loves himself a lot. So what we have here,
Yourself?
No,
do I love myself?
I got a lot of problems.
No, you're great.
So the benevolence offsets Greg's ego and keeps it at bay. As you see here, there's a greater space in between the devilish handsomeness, the benevolence, and Greg's ego than it would be here. We are zoomed out in an equivalent. In other words, when you look at the stars, right?
Yeah.
You look at the Pleiades, for instance.
Oh, man,
right?
I love the Pleiades.
The Pleiades are a cluster of stars that if you were to look at them, you would think that they're all close together, but indeed, they are many light years apart, but they look like they're close together from our perspective.
You know what I learned last night about the stars? There's a Big Dipper and a Little Dipper.
If you're being serious, I'm gonna actually knock you out if you didn't know that before yesterday.
Okay.
You didn't know that there was a Little Dipper.
Did you see it?
Power of lies.
Huh.
No, I didn't see. You can't see any stars in San Francisco. It's all light pollution out there.
You can,
can't see
not
it.
bad, not bad.
Not a lot,
great.
though. Yeah.
Not like you'd see
In the middle of the country.
on the island.
Which island?
Long Island. Mhm. So
Not really an island. Actually, a peninsula.
it is absolutely an island.
Well, it's mud. You wade through mud, and boom, there you are.
So the Pleiades.
You got a lot of frogs on Long Island?
Sure do.
Bullfrogs?
Uh,
They're making the croaks and stuff? in
yeah.
there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now, think of these as the Pleiades, but they are indeed all together. It's a bunch of binary systems. So Greg's ego is kept at bay by the force of all of this.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Without all of this, Greg's ego encroaches this way and infringes on Colin's power. But Colin's power is so overwhelming. You can't possibly imagine wielding something like it.
Huh. Okay.
That all of this works to combat Greg's ego, make the perception that there are lies, but indeed, that is not the intention.
Okay. So you're saying if this wasn't here pushing all this down,
Right.
my ego would come in like this. I gotta put my glasses on there. Do this with my hair. This would be my ego right there, coming in right here. And this thing here would be my lies. That's my lying tongue, coming up there. Oh, it's wetness there.
I'm not really sure what you're drawing. I'm like, I know it's something perverted.
He's taking it all the way in.
It's me sucking your cock. It's me with my head tilted.
Well, I wasn't gonna go that far.
But since the plebeies are there to stop it, that doesn't happen. Not as often. As often as it happens now in the heart-shaped bed we share.
So this is make it clear for you, Kevin?
Yes, this makes Colin's power very clear to me.
Okay, good. Good.
We're using another camera because Tim and Nick are off on a secret shoot with the C300 doing stuff there, and that's where the depth of field comes from. A lot of nice comments about it in the piece. I love you.
I've seen a mix. I'm gonna be honest with you, a mix.
Well, when you see two comments that agree with you, you're always like, everybody agrees with me. People are really mad in the comments, and I go check out the comments, and there's just two, and I'm like,
That's
you're
such bullshit
adorable.
if there are two comments. One of the most upvoted comments is about how it looks like shit.
Again, though, it's because now you've made your stance. People know they're agreeing with you. They want to be on the Colin side. They don't want Lola burrowing into their house, eating them out asshole first.
Whoa. I don't judge what she does, as long as she gets the job done. As long as she gets the job done, she can get her kicks any way she wants.
Yeah. I didn't mean in the sexual sense. I mean, like, she burrows inside of you through the butt, eats you, eats your body, and that's how nobody can ever find these people when they are dismissed from Vita Island.
Johnny Sniper X gave us a tip. So,
Good
Colin, I had a dream nightmare about you, /nightmare. I saw you at an airport and asked for a picture. You said no very angrily, and I left crying. I went to the restroom, then the door bust open and you kicked my ass.
I love that. You hunted him down after he was like, hey, how you doing? You're like, get away from me.
No.
And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to fucking kill this kid.
No tolerance for that. Dave's back. He gave us another tip. Said, I guess I sounded angrier than I was. But while I'm here, how are you all still using labs as well? Having Kevin touch you? Gross. Hang some shotguns above you. It will sound better too.
Don't tell us how to run our show, Dave, all right?
He doesn't mean shotguns like the gun. He means shotgun
the
mics.
shotgun mics, yeah.
We put these on ourselves.
Yeah.
Kevin
But then
insists on
does
touching
Kevin
us
come
anyway.
in and he touches us a lot. He puts them on me at night, too. It's weird. I'll wake up sometimes.
And as I tweeted out a few days ago, I don't know if you saw, Lola was being really bad one day when we were out, like wasn't listening at all.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I got
yeah.
home and I took Portillo out and I just stroked Portillo.
Just gave him all the love.
I did, and she was just standing there like staring at me with like these like watery eyes. And I'm like, this is what you get, Lola.
You're bad.
Portillo, you're so good. Portillo, do you want a treat? Portillo, you want to go China? Portillo, you want to go China? Portillo, you want to go China? The eyes of a madman. This is the illustrious Ryan McCaffrey.
Decidedly not Greg Miller, Colin. It's good to see
Thank
you.
God. Thank God you're not Greg Miller. For some reason, we have the little zebra things going on. I don't know why that is, but you know. So here's the thing, guys. Everyone's gone. Literally everyone is gone. Even Kevin's gone. We let Kevin go for some reason.
Murder you right now, and there's I guess there'd be witnesses. But if we go over there, no one would know.
No one would have any idea.
We
at
go
all.
to the kitchen. Hey, Colin, you think we could grab a cheese sandwich? And then you
hear
never come back.
You hear muffled screams of
I
agony.
wouldn't do that. I gotta say, your audience is, which many of them are also my audience, but your audience
crossover.
is incredible. The reception I've received since you mentioned this on your show yesterday, and then I tweeted it out, just unbelievable support. I love your community. It's refreshingly positive, and I appreciate that you guys have cultivated that. It's a rarity in this day and age, and it's an example, quite honestly.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Keep being you, folks.
The compliment to all of you out there. Now, as I was explaining to Ryan as well, we aren't afraid to tell people to go fuck off when they're mean to other people or to us. So when you cull the herd like that
So
over
I should
and over
go
again,
now?
yeah, get out of here.
I'll just.
My girlfriend before was asking me, she's like, oh, I don't know Ryan, tell me about Ryan. And I was like, well...
He's a monster. Stay away
he's
from
a
him.
fucking monster. He's a cretin. I was like, think about Greg and I with PlayStation, and then just put that in the Xbox form, and you have, and that's
File
what Ryan
save
is.
as .xbox.
And by the way, here in the bottom right corner, you can see that Greg's dumb face is still here with Nick and Tim. Again, they are at RTX if you're there. You can go to kindoffunny.com/RTX.
Is Greg ripping a monster fart there, and Nick's giggling, and Tim's just happy to be there?
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
what that is?
my favorite part of the image. My favorite part of the image is down here. It's Kevin. Because Kevin's there. It's just Kevin's face. Man suing Apple for $10 billion because he's very confident about the case. So here's what it says. It says a businessman has filed a $10 billion lawsuit against Apple claiming that the iPhone, iPad, and iPod all infringe his 1992 invention of an electronic reading device, or ERD.
Where's this guy been for the last 9 years?
That's what I've been thinking as well.
What the fuck?
In an exclusive
Where's he
interview.
been? The last thing I did at E3 this year, I was making the rounds. I went and played Farpoint, which is the PlayStation VR game with the gun controller. Spiders, man. Spiders in VR. Like, that violates the Geneva Convention.
Yep.
Colin, that's not
cool.
okay.
Not cool.
One of our other editors who also played with me couldn't even make it through. Had to take off, like, nope. That was so Nope of Show award goes to Farpoint. When I've finished a game and I start to think about the review, I like to start with, in this case, IGN scale. I look at not the numbers, but the words. Each range has a word that defines it. So 8 is great, 9 is amazing, and 10 is masterpiece. And I didn't doubt for a second after finishing Inside that it is every bit a masterpiece. And so I vowed, like, okay, if Springsteen ever comes around again, if everything's okay, you know, like there's no financial crises in my house going on, it'll be like spare no expense. We're just going. It's just we're going to pay whatever it takes. So he did come around again in March, and we went. We were up at good seats. We were up in the second deck, but there was a 50-something couple next to us. Halfway through the show, they just start talking and talking, and I told my wife ahead of time, if any fucking monsters start jabbering away, I'm not keeping my mouth shut this time. This is I will not allow Springsteen to be rude. This fucking 50-something couple right next to us just starts chitter-chattering away, and I'm looking at my wife, and finally at one point, I was like, fuck it, here we go. I looked over and said, could you please not talk through the whole show? And that shut them up, like very sternly, like, whereas they're like, clearly I'm not fucking around. And they not only did not say a peep, but then as soon as Springsteen played Born to Run, which was towards the end of the show, but there was still like literally 40 minutes after Born to Run, they got up and left. It's like, you're not even, fuck you, why are you even here? Get out of my face. Yeah. Get away from me.
Fake Springsteen fans.
God damn it. Anyway, you can tell I'm very passionate about this.
I respect it. Kira
Why do people don't talk? If you want to talk, stay home and listen to a fucking album.
Jfree26 gave us a tip. Said, hey Ryan, so cool to have you on the show today. I'm a big fan of your work at IGN, especially on Unlocked. Would you be so kind as to do the college Duke Nukem voice for me?
Hail to the king, baby. Stay in school, kids. I retired it for a reason, Colin. I had the real Duke. I had John St. John on the show, and he recorded a couple of bumpers for me that I use all the time now. And yeah, it's like, well, had the real one on. I don't need to do my dumb impression anymore.
The Ghost Monk gave us a tip. Said, hi, Ryan. I saw the controversy surrounding your Alien Isolation review. People suck sometimes. Do you hate score-based reviews like Colin and the gang?
In an ideal world, there would be no scores. The business reality is people
like
come
scores.
to our site for scores, and that's why pretty much every site has them. 95+% of the site. Yeah, I mean, as an editor, as a critic, yes, I would love, because and it's not even the controversy or it's that people don't read the review. They just scroll right down to find what the number is, and they make all their interpretations of what I had to say based on that number rather than the other 1,500 words that I just written.
Right.
And Alien Isolation, that one continues to follow me and haunt me to this day, Colin. But here's the thing. I stand behind it. That was a game that completely wore out its welcome for me. It was an 18-hour game that should have been 4 hours, 5 hours. At the end of Act 1, where you make that first big alien escape out the airlock, the game should have ended right there, and it would have been way better. The ending sucked, like really sucked. They did not mix up the gameplay enough. So, my thing is, I'll bet a lot of people that criticize me about the Alien Isolation review didn't finish the game. That would be because it's a long, fucking painful game to try and finish. That being said, it's perfectly okay to love that game. If you think it's a great game, there were, obviously critically it got lots of 8s, some 9s. That's okay. And what annoys me sometimes, Colin, is how the community, and I'm not talking about your audience, just this community at large, on the one hand can be, you just give all the AAA games get 8s or up. You only use the 8 and up part of the scale. We demand real criticism. And then when you give it to them and you back it up because they pre-ordered the game, oh no, you're fuck you. You
can't win. It's a no-win situation.
It is a no-win situation. That's unfortunate. And everybody's not that way, but that is a lot of, that review does continue to follow me around. And that's all I'll say is finish the game, number one, if you want to talk to me about Alien Isolation. And number two, if you did finish it and you did really enjoy it, that's great. Because Colin, it's healthy for there to be multiple opinions out there. If everybody is just, it's one thing where everyone's pretty unanimous on how great Inside is, but it's healthy. It makes for healthy debate and conversation when there are multiple opinions out there because, maybe you might think, oh, wow, I generally agree with Ryan. I didn't agree with him on this one. And, you should read multiple reviews of things. It's great if you like me, you trust me, but you should, talk to your friends, read other reviews. It's a healthy thing to have a wide variety of opinions, provided that they're well backed up, which of course, feel that mine was.
Sure. Yeah, I think that what people don't appreciate is they're always going to be I don't even think you were an outlier in Alien, but
that's the thing is I took all the shit, but GameSpot gave it I believe it was a 6.0, and Polygon was like a 6.5 or something. So there were 3 major outlets that were all down in that same vicinity, but I seem to catch most of the flack.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. It's the conversation I've said before, and I don't have to deal with it anymore because I'm not at IGN or any outlet where we review things with scores. And by the way, as an aside, you know me well enough to know I fought hard to get rid of, really wanted to get rid of scores, and no one listened to me. But no one listened to me about anything, which was fine. They probably shouldn't. That I always got this feeling of dread every time I publish hundreds of reviews. Every time I published a review, I was like, oh. Because you knew, no matter what. I remember when I gave The Last of Us a 10, which was the only 10 I ever gave. And we do these in isolation, so I'm like, what if I loved this game so much and everyone else gives it 7s?
You always wonder. And then
I publish it and everyone's giving it 10s. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I'm good, I guess. So I feel you, and I'm sorry that you went through that. For what it's worth, people still bitch that I predicted the PlayStation Vita would outsell the 3DS.
The thing is, Colin, same with you is we get sent game T-shirts all the time, and so many of them are awful and just covered in logos and things. And it's like, well, let me design. I have ideas for gaming themed T-shirts that I'd want to wear. So that's where this came from. It's still up. You can still order this shirt. It's nerdstyles.com. I appreciate you letting me slip in the plug. Yeah, I actually haven't tweeted about it, haven't done anything about it in a while, but it's very much still there. There's this one. There's a few other good ones. The one I really like that hasn't sold as well as I'd hoped it would. It's a Nintendo cartridge with the Mona Lisa on the label, and it's cartridge. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I like that one. But people really love this one, and I can't blame them because I think people are just tired of the internet bullshit. And the thing is, most of your audience and my audience, the most people are happy to either own both or support both and don't care about picking one side or another. So I think as dumb as it might sound, I think the message of this T-shirt has resonated with a lot of people, and it's been the best seller of the one I have. So if you got it in multiple colors, pretty much whatever size you need, nerdstyles.com. Cool. It'll ship anywhere, just about any country.
Perfect. By the way, people are saying in the chat, they crashed your nerdstyles.com site by going
again.
Too many people going.
Because you guys weren't around when I first launched it, unprompted. You guys mentioned it, and the same thing happened. So
go in a couple hours.
Yeah, just wait. I appreciate the interest. Sadly, I'm sure the interest will probably leave them in another couple hours, and we'll see. It's human nature, but I appreciate the interest. Thank you all so much.
AIM949 gives tips to Colin. Please talk about the Ouya and its place in gaming history. Thanks, Alfonso. Absolutely
What place? What place?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. That was a Colin was right moment as well. I remember when that thing was announced and everyone was freaking out about the Kickstarter, and I remember being in the IGN offices and being like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And people were like, you're crazy, this is gonna be huge, Android console. I'm like, what?
No one in our office said that.
No, dude, people were totally...
What?
There were people...
Not me.
I was definitely an outlier, and I'm like, this thing's gonna fucking eat the shit.
That thing was dead on arrival from the moment it was conceived.
People were so delusional about that thing. My girlfriend and I went to college together, and she's from Massachusetts, so she's a huge Red Sox and Patriots fan. She still brings up that she remembers we watched Game 7 together in the ALCS that year,
2004,
and that they all ran out of the apartment to go celebrate in the streets, and and she's like, I remember you sitting on the ground with your Yankees hat on, just looking at the ground, and everyone ran around you and out of the house, and I just didn't see them for the rest of the day. Thanks for the kindness. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be good. Bye-bye.